Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Best Day Ever podcast, where we highlight all of the positive events and stories that happen in Erie, Pennsylvania. I am your host, Jade Leah Burns, and we have familiar face to me, not to anyone else, but familiar face to me, who is Miss Olivia Wickline, who is the Director of Marketing and Community Relations.
Yeah.
There you go, at the Experience Children's Museum. How are we on this wintry Wednesday? Yeah, wintry Wednesday.
Honestly, fantastic. I feel like most times I'm the one saying my title when you come to the museum. Yeah. So it's fun to hear you say my full title this time
because
around.
You also never know who's looking at the clips too when you're doing an interview. So that's why I have to give the whole spiel. Like, I might not be the only one looking at this. Say your name, please.
Yeah, that's me, Director of Marketing and Community Relations, every time that you're at the museum.
So official. So official.
So official.
Anyway, we are talking about a special event that you guys have coming up.
Yeah.
On December 11th.
Yes.
See, I have the exact date.
Yes.
There you go.
You are the best, Jade.
Tell me what this event is.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we are bringing back Santa's Castle. It ended in 1998, so I don't know if you would be familiar with it, if you would necessarily remember it.
I wasn't born.
Yeah,
so.
You're just a sparkle in your parents' eyes at that point. But it was this event that the Junior League of Erie put on. It started in 1977 and ran through 1998. Every Erie person that I've talked to has been like, oh my gosh, Santa's Castle. I loved that. And it was the Junior League. They had it in different areas. They had it in the Boston store. They had it in different places downtown.
Sure.
And they would transform. It take them months. This entire building into different Santa stations.
This is so exciting. Oh my gosh.
And it's the museum's 30th birthday, which is a decade, a generation of play.
I was going to say 3 decades.
I was like, a decade? Yeah, 3 decades, which is a generation. I'm a comm major, not a math major. Did you know that? Could you tell? Could you tell?
Same. I was like, is that correct?
It's a generation. So in honor of our 30th year, we wanted to bring back Santa's Castle and honor the Junior League as, in homage to this amazing thing that they created, because they also founded the Children's Museum.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's the long and short. So we're bringing it back December 11th and then 13th and 14th.
Okay.
The 11th is an adults only 21 plus Santa's Castle.
This is fun.
So, if you don't have kids, or if you just don't want to bring your kids, or if you don't want to, be around kids, but you still want the magic.
A night out,
Yes. So it's a happy hour. So it's 5 to 7 p.m. at the museum on the 11th, and the entire museum will be transformed. You'll still get that magic. Santa will be there. But you'll get to just play and explore and not have to worry about, 3 and 4-year-olds around you.
In the Children's Museum, though, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. We've had a couple of 21 plus nights, and it's so funny because afterwards we always have to scrub the photo op stations in our theater because it's people shotgunning a beer in the theater. And it's we can't really have that, when the children come in the next day.
Why not? What's the problem?
Learn
What's
about
the
the
issue?
future here. So they're always a really fun time. We've had adults we had this big climber that's a couple stories high, and adults will race throughout that.
That's so fun. That's you could turn into a child.
Yes.
For the
yes.
night.
That's just the thing. You're connecting to your inner child. And I think I'm a little bit biased because I work at the Children's Museum. I'm constantly in that mode.
Yeah.
I'll go into other places of work when I go to meetings or whatever, and I'm oh, I have to be a full adult here. I can't, mess around.
No, every single time someone says I'm going to the Children's Museum, I'm I know someone who works there who is in the perfect position. It's just her calling, her passion.
Yeah, I don't know if I could literally be anywhere else, because it's just such a fun place to be. Mm-hmm. And you're constantly connected to your inner child. And what would my 4-year-old self really have fun doing? And so we try to do that with our 21 plus night. So we're actually So the event itself has all these different stations.
Okay.
So you'll have Santa. We have like a Santa store, Mrs. Claus's bake shop. So we have like boozy hot chocolate and cookie decorating.
So wait, are you guys gonna invite me, please?
Please
invite
come.
me.
Yes. You get an email. My people talk to your people. We'll get it. We'll get it figured out. But one of the stations is the world of nutcrackers and sugar plums.
Okay.
And we're gonna be doing hair tinsel. The Loft salon is coming in, and you can get little hair tinsel in. But I just actually ordered them. They're coming in soon. We're doing foam fencing competitions.
Oh, my goodness.
Like a toy soldier. And it's just like those silly things that, what else? Are you doing a foam fencing competition in your day-to-day life? Maybe.
To say.
Hey, now that I say that, maybe. So it's a way to, connect to that inner child and just have a night. And like I said, it's 5 to 7 p.m. So it's more of a happy hour. So you come downtown, you'll park in the lot across from the museum, come to the museum, and we're right downtown. So then you have the food hall right there. You have Hazards. You have like so many different places, El Amigo, Tap House, that are just a block away that if you don't want the night to end, you can then have a night downtown, Thursday night out. Maybe you already got a babysitter or someone watching your kids, or not at all, and you're just having a good time. You don't have kids, and you're just enjoying yourself. So I'm really excited to adults to come.
Do you buy tickets for this, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's $30 at our website, eriechildrensmuseum.org, and $30. I mean, you get 3 drink tickets, all of the activities, free hair tinsel. I mean, an admission to the museum is $12 normally. So for $10, you're getting
a lot of things.
Yeah. Like in addition to the regular admission. And so I love our 21 plus events. They're just like so fun to see.
Magical. Like,
yeah. I mean, and it's so funny. You'll see people progress. Like someone will come in at the start of the event, and I'm ramp certified. We have, all our special event permitting, whatever. But I'm usually behind the bar. I'm usually bartender for the event.
I'd like to see this.
To see me slinging drinks, and I do the classic flick of the.
Oh, of course. Got to pull out all the tricks.
Of course. And so they'll come up, the beginning of the event, and maybe you can tell like their girlfriend or their partner dragged them along. They're kind of like, yeah, I'll take a beer. Sounds good. And by the end of the event, they've like completely opened up. We're having conversations. They're like, oh my gosh, maybe they remember Wegmans, our grocery store from when they were a kid. And they're telling those stories. And it's just so fun to see that connection that you can make when you kind of let your guard down.
Yeah.
And in a place that is kind of, I mean, it's built to let your guard down, to be a kid, to tap into that space. And so it's really fun seeing that. And then it's really fun seeing people that you can tell are kind of on a beginner date.
Okay.
Like their first or second date. When you can tell, because it's like they're trying to figure each other out at that point. And again, it's that same thing where, they come in, they're a little nervous, I'll get this or we'll play. And then by the end of it, it's like they're sharing stories and they're connecting. And then they have this memory together that maybe the next event they're there again. You're like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's been 4 months and you guys are still together. Like, how are you? So it's just super fun to see the adults specifically in the space.
And like you said, that's such a unique place to do it in, especially when you're just running around going to everyday life and job and like your family or just anything everyday life. And then to go, I mean, many people have their own things that they like to do to relax, but again, to do it in a children's museum where you would not normally do something like this, and you are able to let that guard down. It's such a unique experience.
Yeah.
So.
And you kind of tap into your like silliness and your ability to kind of be a cornball a little bit, you can be a little corny and silly, but it's like an innate vulnerability because then you're talking about your childhood and your happy memories, and it's just really nice. And I think this time of year especially, it's like I said, it's December 11th, so we're not really in the the holiday, like you're not yet going to your, you know, families or whomever, your like close personal friends for the holidays. But especially now, going into those places, you're like, oh my gosh, now I have something to like talk about with my family. You know, I went to this thing and it reminded me of when I was a kid and we did this. And it's just a good time of year to have those happy memories at like the forefront of your mind.
Core memory. It'll be a core memory.
A happy one. A happy one.
Yes.
A happy core memory.
Love.
Specifically.
Very specifically.
Yeah.
But so the following weekend after this event, we are bringing the family down, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Thursday's the 11th, and that's the adult event. And then the 13th and 14th, which is that Saturday and Sunday, we're open for families. So we're just open our regular hours, 10 to 5 on Saturday and then 1 to 5 on Sunday. And that one, it's just $15 a person, which, like I said, our regular admission's $12. So a couple extra bucks. And we are, I mean, I can't even believe what we're about to pull off. The amount of planning that has gone into transforming the museum, it's going to be so fun. And in the same vein where, like, you know, when you see I was talking about like the adults and seeing them light up, seeing the kids light up. Yeah. That is like pure magic. I could bring a tear to my eye thinking of the kids.
Please, again, this is why you're in this job. Have you guys started like the physical transformation yet?
So we are closing the entire week beforehand.
Okay.
Because it's literally going to be all hands on
now?
No.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wait, what day is it? We're open Monday.
Okay.
We were open Monday, and then we're closed this week. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait, this is so exciting.
Yeah. So like actively transformation is happening.
What does it look like right now?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the entire lobby, I mean, we've been on go mode. Our admin assistant, we didn't know she was such a crafter. Okay, talented. If you ever need anything, she is so talented at building things. Our entire lobby, we have all this garland and like these giant snowflakes and bulbs all hanging from the lobby. So like right as you walk in, it's transformed. It's magical. And then we're working with Rayanne, the artist. She's done different like windowscapes and things downtown. So you probably see her work when you're downtown anyway. But she's building us an entire like castle facade for Santa's castle.
That's exciting.
And it is amazing. And we have these like 6-foot blow mold nutcrackers that she's painting. Wow. And we actually, oh my gosh, Jade.
I'm ready.
I need you to imagine this. Okay.
Imagining.
I get an email from this woman, Leslie Hetz, who was like the last of the presidents of the Junior League of Erie, reaching out about Santa's Castle. They have all of the original
stuff,
like castle and gingerbread and these carousel horses.
Wow.
In a barn in Fairview.
Oh my goodness.
And so as a team, myself, our executive director, Ainsley, our assistant director, Ashley, our donor relations person, Courtney, our admin assistant, Kelly, I'm trying to think of everyone because it was all, went out to this barn and went up into their storage and pulled all of this old facade. So I need you to imagine me please in this like old barn pulling these items out.
Wow. That's crazy.
I mean, so classically like late 80s, early 90s. I mean, honestly, I was like, can I have some of this for my house? Like, this is amazing. This is amazing. But so we have like some original items from Santa's Castle.
That's good that it's also like being repurposed instead of staying in storage in the barn.
Yeah, honestly, I was so impressed that she had kept them. Because like I said, the last year they did it was 1998. So it's almost, 27 years old in that, up in the storage that they had. And we had one of our maintenance guys, Carlos, he cleaned up a lot of the items, but specifically there were these, horses, like this carousel that they did. And he cleaned up these horses, and they're like so beautiful that these women handmade, hand painted.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't it? Like just the amount of work that they put in to this to make it special for Erie families. It's like so exciting to bring it back.
You will never find anything, especially in today's day and age.
Exactly.
So.
Like the materials that they were made out of, the fact that they are still lasting and still look so nice. It really is like a testament to like how Erie kind of cares for their families and wants to make these magical experiences. Yeah. I'm not from Erie, admittedly. Sorry. I know. I know. But we didn't, like, growing up, even talking to my mom about this, you know, was there something like this when you grew up? And I mean, we're from middle of nowhere, Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
It's not middle of nowhere.
Okay, well, I'm from the middle of nowhere, Beaver County, Pennsylvania. We literally had like a tractor day at school from where I went to school. So like rural Pennsylvania. But like even in that area, they didn't have anything like dedicated to families like that. They had like the, you know, Santa pictures, but I think it's just like such an exemplary thing that Erie just cares so much about creating those memorable experiences for families, that it just was like such a testament seeing all of these items and like hearing Leslie talk about how much work that they put into it. And then now at the museum, knowing how much work we're putting into it. Yeah. It's just like, you know, positive things happening in Erie. Yeah. It's always kind of been family centered, and that's really special and like why we've kind of stayed downtown at the museum anyway. But they're amazing. So we have all of the old stuff from Santa's Castle.
I'd love to, you guys have to do like a before and after photo of some of the areas in the museum.
Yeah. See like what because we have the old castle facade. Wow. And they, I mean, hand painted, have all these little holes that they would put the LED lights into. And so, to see like what that castle looked like and then what castle we're doing now and like the difference between the two. But we'll have a whole area at the museum, like at the event, that is just old newspaper clippings and photos. I was going to say, this is a good little history lesson as well. Yeah. So. And actually, shout out to the History Center. They actually have some of the trains on display that were at Santa's Castle. Leslie noted, she said that they spent a month just on the train room.
Oh my gosh.
Those are the words that just came out of my mouth. Yeah.
I know. I definitely was not expecting that.
Oh my gosh. A train, like specifically a room that just was this giant train with all like the little, you know, motifs and little scenes. Oh my goodness. 1 month just on the train room.
That's crazy.
And so the original trains right now are at the Hagen History Center on display there. So it's just like an Erie. Everyone in Erie is kind of coming together for this. I'm so excited.
Community.
Yeah. I'm so excited. So that's the 13th and 14th. Families are coming in. We're doing that. We'll have like the area with like the old school Santa stuff, the facade. Santa will be there, obviously. And then we are actually 3D printing in-house. It's on display in our gift shop if you come to the museum. Okay. And they'll still be running like through the event, making commemorative ornaments that say like Santa's Castle 2025 that are specific to the event. So you know, another way of it's on your tree every year. It's that core memory. It's that, oh my gosh, remember when we went that first time or that, you know, that second time they did this. And so we're doing that. We're making them in-house and part of STEAM learning. Kids, you know, tied into everything. They can see it happening. We've really tried to like connect all the dots. When it comes to this. I
mean, as you should. I mean, the Experience Children's Museum. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Hello. If it's not an experience, like, hello.
Please, I can't.
What are we going to do?
So, 30 years, yeah? Yeah. 30 years. It was this July that you officially celebrated your 30 years. Over those last 30 years, how has the museum really transformed?
Oh my gosh. Well, in this last year, we completed
the biggest project ever that I actually lived in the museum for like a straight year. Literally. I was there before the announcement, before the construction, during the construction, and on opening day. Anyway, you can tell about this since I've done enough telling.
We were talking before we started, and I was trying to think like of the first time that we had met. And it was actually back in like 2021, 2022?
2022, I think.
2022. We had all of this storage in our old space, all of this education, just like things that we've accumulated over the last, I think at that point it's like 25 years, 26 years. And we opened it up to teachers to come and just take for their classrooms. And it was like huge turnout. I think we had gotten rid of everything by like 9 a.m. Teachers were lined up.
I remember that.
And I remember Jade, like one of her first assignments, she came rolling up with her camera with all her gear. She was like, "Hi, I'm here to, do a story on this." So like you were there.
The one day I was by myself and I was panicking. I was like, "Please help me."
I was like, "We can take the elevator. I can grab that. We can take the elevator. Do you need a water?"
Please. Oh my gosh.
And now every time you come, you have like your entourage, you have your camera. I was like, Jade's coming up. Hello.
The one and only.
But so you were there, like, and that was, we call it like the hole of the hole, because it was like the old.
It was a little scary down there.
Yes. It was like the old space, because the building itself, the original building, so with our expansion, we kept that part of the building and added onto it, but it was the Boston Store library. So essentially it was like for all intents and purposes, it was like a horse barn.
Yes.
And so when we were doing construction, we actually found horse hooks in the wall. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like the history of the building, So we preserved that. But yeah, so we completed in 2024 an almost $18 million capital campaign, doubled the size of the museum.
I was going to say almost more than doubled.
Yeah, over double the size of the museum, including like our outdoor classroom space, and just really made it a museum that is suitable for any like large downtown, any large city. Like comparable to like Pittsburgh or, you know, we went to Chicago, things like that.
I was about to say, when the first time that I walked into the museum, it gave me very much like New York vibes or like, again, Pittsburgh vibes, and just having the different, especially different layers and all. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm just remembering also the one thing that you showed me before everything was like the water table. And you were so excited about that. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, but just the different layers and seeing the balcony over the ship exhibit that you guys have. And there's so many exhibits that kind of just have the eerie essence of it. So
yeah, that was like a huge. So I came on to the museum. I interned there like in 2019, and then I came on to the team full time in 2021, and that was really when things were ramping up to the capital campaign, to the actual like construction that was happening, all sorts of stuff like that. And so seeing the process, and like a huge thing was staying in downtown. Like we had looked at a couple of different sites, but like to be an anchor downtown in Erie, and then to make it so it's Erie specific. So when people come in that are from Erie, they can see themselves in it. They can recognize that, you know, this is my area. This is where I'm from. But then also as like a tourist destination, you're coming in and you're learning about what makes Erie Erie. It's like a twofold approach. And so I know I was so excited about that water table. It's actually, fun fact, this is probably exactly what I told you when you came in too. Fun fact, it is the second largest water table by volume in the United States. Like second to like a port city, which I guess will allow them. That's like their whole thing.
Okay.
You know, but that's their whole thing. Whatever. It's okay. It's fine. But it's like literally triple the size of our old water table.
That's crazy.
And that's kind of the expansion that's like indicative of the entire expansion of the of the museum.
Yeah. And I like seeing the process because I went to the Children's Museum as a child, obviously, and then I also performed there with like the Erie Playhouse whenever we had like showstoppers or something and perform at the stage upstairs. And so just to see like the original of how you guys were in, I kind of would say it's a confined space to what it is now, and just the expansion of what it was and what it became. It's just like, I never really thought that could happen in downtown Erie.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we were like literally bursting at the seams in the old space. And I mean, the old space served us well. We would not be here today if it wasn't for the old museum and, you know, the grocery store there and the theater there. And
please, I remember
Jade, Leah Burns on stage.
The one and only. I remember like the train also upstairs. I think that's in the new museum now, right?
Yeah, we kept that over. It expanded upon the town area where the old stage was. We had like little booths, like a pizza shop, a bank, a doctor's office, and we expanded that. So the entire half of the second floor is My Erie, which is a kid-sized town. So it has like a restaurant and the grocery store and a farm and a pet vet and a car and a doctor's office. But we have the same train that went through in the old museum and kept it on the My Erie side. You know, again, in homage to the old space, because we wouldn't again be here if not for that old museum, because it really served us really well. I'm sad. So our cave was probably the biggest. We had the big cave on our first floor. And I
do remember that. I forgot about that.
Yes. And we worked with Mercyhurst Archaeology and Anthropology Department, and they like came in and did fossils and things like that in there. So that is actually made out of this like industrial foam. Okay. And we actually cut it into like 4 or 5 different parts, and like a puzzle, another children's museum came in this like big U-Haul that they rented, got all of the pieces, and it's escaping me the exact name of the children's museum. It's a small children's museum in Pennsylvania, but they now have the cave in full and like could put it back together. Wow. In their own space. So like a lot of what we tried to do with our old exhibits too was like give it to either up and coming museums that were just opening, or like teachers in the area that could actually use the items. Yeah. Daycares, things like that, you know, because we just had, like I said, we were bursting at the seams. We had so much stuff that I honestly don't even know how we fit it in there.
You guys did it, though.
We did it. But we did it. We sure did.
You guys had some pieces come from other museums for the expansion, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so we worked a lot with other children's museums. So the Buffalo Children's Museum, Explore and More, they actually went through a capital campaign like a year or two before we did. Okay. And so we worked with them directly. Like, what was your process like? How did that go? Who did you work with? Pittsburgh Children's Museum brought us some exhibits, like our one ice table in our basement. That's from the Pittsburgh Children's Museum. They actually fabricated and designed that for us. And a lot of the companies that we worked with are all local, not necessarily Erie, because it's a very niche thing to have in Erie. But like JRA, who did our entire museum design, they're based out of Cincinnati. Yes. Boss, who did our water table. Shout out. They're from Columbus. So everyone's kind of within, they're not too far away from us. They're
regional.
All kind of regional. Yeah, more so than local. But we tried to keep it, you know, in the area and true to the area. Because people, I think, in that are from Cincinnati and that are from Columbus, maybe it's not a 1-to-1 relation of Erie, but like, they at least...
There's knowledge.
Yes. Yeah. There's an understanding there. There's a similarity there. Yeah. The people are kind of, you know, it's that same, like, kind of Rust Belt working town area. So we try to keep it within that same vein. And I think it really shows, like you said, like, in the museum with all of our Erie... all of our Erie motifs throughout the museum.
Love.
Yeah.
It's so cute. So cute.
I love it. I'm a little bit biased, but I love it.
how does this expansion really help you guys continue your goal of what you want to put out there?
Oh my goodness. So when we expanded, our executive director, like our main things were to be a community hub and just to have the space to be a community hub. So that is things like Santa's Castle, bringing these families in downtown. But then also now we have 3 classrooms.
I was literally just about to mention that.
Hello. We have 3 classrooms that all open up into like one giant space. And so we'll have other organizations come in and do team buildings and do classes in that area. And then we also have different organizations come in and just like show different cultures and just like different things to kids that they wouldn't otherwise be exposed to. So I'm thinking specifically, we had Irish dancers come in on St. Patrick's Day, and we had them perform, but then also seeing the kids like come up and actually learn some of the dance moves. And it's like, okay, what is St. Patrick's Day? What does that mean? Like, it's so fun. We had the Afghan Community Center come in on a field trip and come play in the museum and see what a children's museum even is and what it is involved. So being in that expanded space really has just allowed us to be able to do those sorts of things where we'd have to fit it in between. Or, if we had 100 people coming, that would take up the entire museum. The entire museum's taken up. We have 100 people coming in. It might be a little crowded, but it's not person to person to person like it would have been. And so it allows for those groups to come in and experience the space for sure.
It's like that with the classrooms and then the outdoor space that like getting that exposure to someone who's very young is like kind of essential to their learning, their development. So
yeah, and I mean like play-based learning is kind of the bulk of what we do. And so when you're playing, you're making these positive connections between learning and play. So you're like, I want to keep learning because this was fun and I like it. But then also kids, even just by they don't even know that they're doing it, but they're problem solving. They are learning social skills, talking with other kids, taking turns, things like that. They're gaining confidence. Like I conquered my fear of the climber. Maybe the first time I came, I couldn't do it, but I did it. And, they're gaining that confidence. And so they're gaining these skills that are so important just to be like a well-rounded person specifically. I mean, you look at like workforce development and soft skills and things like that. And that's a part of it, that confidence, that ability, that socialization, that ability to make decisions. But then just, I think, being a well-rounded person. One of my favorite stories, a grandma had stopped at the front desk and was talking to one of our managers. They were from Fairview. And so they were at the water table. And her granddaughter became really good friends with this little girl who was from downtown Erie, was like within the same zip code of the museum. And this grandma was just having this moment of reflection of like, these two would have never interacted. These two would have never met if not for the water table. Just saying.
I cannot. No, but that's so cute.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, it's so fun to see moms, like, because we do a front desk shift every week, which is really fun seeing, like, there's this one dad that comes in every week with his little girl. Like, on the same day, they have their daddy-daughter date every day. Not every day, every week. But, like, seeing moms specifically, or what coming to mind, because like, there's one situation that I'm thinking of specifically where they didn't start out as friends. Like they came in, they would be, come into the museum, but now they come into the museum together. And they plan their days. And it's like that sort of community as well. I think, obviously the kids and the, play-based learning, and this is for the children, but also caregivers, being a caregiver, being a parent, it can sometimes be isolating. And so to be in a place where there are other caregivers that understand what you're going through, understand the ridiculousness of a 3-year-old, like, you know, and can empathize with you and talk with you. And we even, like, the last Friday of every month, we bring in an early intervention specialist for, we have these value-added programs, which are free and included with admission. Okay. So we have one called Little Learners Time, and those are for like 18 months and younger. And again, it's just included with admission to the museum. But we have an early intervention specialist come in at the end of every month. And it's not like you're sitting in a class and you're taking notes and you're learning, but you're sitting there with the child that's with you or a couple children that are with you, and you're reading and you're singing and you're learning ways to help their growth without having to, like, you know, go and take notes on something. You're like playing with your kid. And again, that's another reason for the expansion, be able to do something like that.
Community hub.
It's like there's just so many like heartwarming moments where, I don't know, like I said, kids just, and being in that space, it just brings out such like a, I don't know, a silly side of you.
An innocence.
Yes. Yeah. Where there's no pretense. It's just you're coming in, you're playing, you're being with the kid that's either yours or, you know, whatever situation you're in, you're there connecting as a group, as a family. And it's just really, it's really heartwarming to see, honestly.
Where do you see the museum going in its future now?
Oh my goodness.
Now that we've reached the big 3-0.
Oh my goodness.
And you've had the expansion, so where to next?
That's kind of been what we are consistently talking about. I mean, we have so much in store. I always say it's like the Wild Wild West right now, because we're like figuring out our programming. We're figuring out what works. We're open to whomever and whatever can come in. And so I think moving forward, just creating more connections, having more people come in, accessibility, making the museum more accessible to families, whether that be cost, whether that be route, whatever that really looks like. We kind of got over the hump. We're now here. We're in the space where we've kind of done the really big part of it, the really labor intensive part of it, that now I'm excited to see how we can make the museum, more accessible, go out into the community more with our mobile museum and bring more people in. We just want more people to play and be silly and explore and, you know, let that fun side out of them, whether that be adults, whether that be kids, all of the above, families just coming together and playing.
There's so many things that, like, we didn't even touch on.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Within this. I know every single time I do a story with you guys, you, like, give me all this information and I'm like, I only have 1:30. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Here's 6 hours of information that we could talk about.
I'm getting the rap from Mr. John over here. However,
noted.
I have to ask one more question. Obviously,
Okay.
I asked this of all my guests.
Okay.
Why do you think Erie is the best city ever? This can be a story, a vibe, a memory, anything.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not from Erie. I just bought a house in Erie. So
That's
like
exciting.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. So this comes as someone who really is not from here and has fallen in love with Erie. I think there's honestly so much to do. There's downtown, there's the lake, there is the outer, like kind of the more rural areas, there's the suburbs, there's so many different things to do. And it's that kind of commitment to families, commitment to growth. I think people in Erie can see where we're going to go. And I don't have a comprehensive sentence to give you. I think there's a belief in Erie that is kind of, you can feel it buzzing and kind of everything that you do.
We're on the up and up.
We're on the up and up.
Along with the museum.
Exhibit A, but
there
also.
There you go. So I agree with all those points. Beautiful. Obviously, I'm born and raised, so I'm a little biased.
Yeah. You got a few years on me. Whatever.
What can I say? But if you guys want any information about the 21 plus night or the upcoming events, winter events that you guys have coming up, you can go to
ErieChildren'sMuseum.org.
There you go. And until the next time, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me.
I'll have you back. Come back. We still have more things to talk about. But until the next time, we hope that you have the best day ever.